Hola, ¿cómo está YouTube? How you guys doing? How you feeling? We're back with episode 3 of Unleashed Recompiled. And now we just trying to get to the level. As we climb up here. You know, I found it interesting. But before I express what I found interesting, make sure to hit all the buttons to help the page grow. You guys know what I mean. Appreciate it if you do. But yeah, I found it interesting that I didn't think of it at the time, but this is when I was younger. I didn't know that they compared this game to God of War. And I guess it makes sense. Now, looking back at it, with the extra stretchy arms, is like Kratos' swords. I know they had the prompts on the head. Sometimes I don't feel like pressing them shit. Cause I like bashing them. Yeah, I don't know. I always found that interesting. But anyway, welcome guys. Welcome to episode 3 of Unleashed Recompiled. If I haven't said it already. I don't know. Maybe I did. Now, we definitely gotta talk Nintendo Switch 2. Because I've been seeing a lot of cat about the Nintendo Switch 2. Now what do I mean by cat? If you weren't foreign to New York lingo, it means lies. One thing that I'm seeing people say is, oh, instead of a Switch 2, get a Steamdeck. It can emulate Switch games perfectly. They run pretty well. And to that I asked, what Steamdeck y'all got? Because on my Steamdeck, I can't get them shits to run at all. I'll get them shits to run without mad graphical issues. So for example, alright, I tried getting... just give me a second, this part always kicks my ass. It just always cooks me. I gotta jump on this first and then do all this other nonsense. And then the help button doesn't go away. The help button just always stays. I'm gonna be honest, the nighttime level of this game, it's probably my most hated levels in this game. This is the only one that I'm like, damn, I really gotta play this shit. But back to the topic, right? Everyone's like, Switch 2? Why get a Switch 2 when you could just get a Steamdeck and emulate the Switch games good? And I just be looking at them like, y'all must got a different Steamdeck that I got. Because I've been trying to emulate Switch games before Nintendo took the emulators away. And they just run bad, dude. So for example, Pokemon Brilliant Diamond. This is gonna be a heavy take. But I think Pokemon Brilliant Diamond is one of the best Pokemon games to come out on Switch. People can say whatever they want about the art direction, whatever, right? That shit is fun. Like, I ain't never had more fun on a Pokemon game on Switch than Brilliant Diamond. And the thing that's funny about that is I hate that generation. I didn't like Diamond and Pearl. Other than when I was forced to play it because that was the only Pokemon game I had. I think that game in particular is kind of boring. Like, the music is boring. The Pokemon is kind of boring. I just get bored playing it, you know? But when I played it on the Switch, I had a lot of fucking fun, man. Like, yo, the battles were intense. Like, there was some battles where, like, your Pokemon will end up on 1 HP. And they'd be like, it resisted the hit. it has the will to fight. And that shit was mad like needed in some situations. You know, that's like some of my favorite highlights from that game. But I loaded Pokemon Brilliant Diamond up on the Switch emulator. It didn't even run. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. You know, that is a possibility. I'm not a master at emulating. But I got the Wii U games to run. PlayStation 2 games to run. 3 games to run. Some of them. Xbox games to run. You know, a 360 game here or two to run. But it's not as like... And I love the Steam Deck. The Steam Deck is my favorite console of like right now. Probably all time. Too. I won't lie. Because I don't think I put any more time into any other device this generation. The Xbox One X, the PS5. None of that shit as much as I did the Steam Deck. Because the Steam Deck lets me have everything. And what I mean by everything is like all my favorite games I grew up as a kid, they run fine. No problems. The games that like I wanted to get into, or like I don't feel like paying for, and I tried downloading or acquiring through means that I will not say on this recorded podcast video, this segment thing. You know, it just didn't work. So if you're thinking of getting a Steam Deck instead of a Switch 2, be careful. Look into it because these things take time to start up. You have to have the patience to search the files. And it isn't a 1, 2, 3 thing. And I know. Because right now these are my ROMs. Steam Deck moving a little slow because I'm playing games. These are all my ROMs. You know what I mean? So I bought all of these games in real life, I promise. I promise each and every one of you, all 554 of you, that is subscribed to this page right now. I put that on everything. I promise. All those games I have owned in my life. But yeah, it isn't as sweet as like Twitter is making it seem. And in my opinion, if you're looking to get a Steam Deck that emulate Switch 2 games or Switch games for that matter, I think you're gonna be disappointed. I really do. And again, maybe I could just, you know, be incorrect and I just don't know extra settings that I could use to help the experience. And I'm always down to learn, and if anybody wants to correct me in the comments, you know what I mean? I'm always open to learning for that. But as of right now, Switch emulation, PS Vita emulation, 360 emulation, and PS3 emulation have been kind of missed on the Steam Deck. The only things that work, surprisingly, for PS3 emulation for me was my favorite 2Ks. I couldn't believe it. Because my favorite 2Ks are 2K11 and 13. NBA 2K games. Best sports games to me of all time. Like, nothing else compares. Right? I put so many hours into those 2K games. Hours, I'm talking hours. And the fact that I was able to get them to run on the deck was awesome. And replaying some, and those, that era of basketball was my favorite era of basketball. So it had my, excuse me, it had my like favorite teams, like the Carmelo Anthony era, Knicks, LeBron, Heat, Paul Pierce, Celtics. So best believe I was on that shit, man. I used to play when like it was popping. I used to play as the Celtics with Kevin Garnett, Ray Allen. And so like it was just mad fun replaying those games. Alright, so this part here I gotta do this. And I gotta do that. Let's do this shit quickly. Yeah. In terms of the Switch 2 itself, I think everything is perfect about the Switch 2 except for the pricing. I think this is a common, you know, thought process. But then when you look at, so I've seen people that like said some things that do make a lot of sense in terms of their pricing. And when you really think about it, we kind of paid those same prices for Mario Kart currently. It's just we didn't have to pay them up front, so I think that's why people are getting a little upset, if anything. So for example, if we look at Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and then all the DLC we spent over time, what was it, 24 for the passes, and then 65 for the base game, so it was about $80 also. I don't know. This puts things into perspective when you think about it in terms of pricing. But then we had time to pay all that stuff. You know, it wasn't up front like with the new console. It's a very scary spot. In my opinion, if games are going to be going up in price, then if we're going to see $80 for Nintendo games, imagine how much the Xbox games and PS5 games are going to cost. So I think since Nintendo's still going to be the lesser of all the hardwares, and this is where it gets scary in my opinion. The Switch 2 is still going to be, it's still the lesser, and at least this is my opinion at least. Nintendo Switch 2 is the lesser of the Series X and PS5. To a degree. It's not as bad as the Switch 1, but you know, it's still going to be the baby variant of things. The Series X games and PS5 games are probably going to be like 120, considering all the scary world news that's going on right now. Hopefully that's not the case, but I wouldn't be surprised if that ends up being the case in the next like 4 to 5 years. But hopefully not. We found Pickle!
Professor Pickle! Are you alright? We got here as fast as we could.
Whoa!
Professor?
Hello?
How dare they call this culinary concoction food? Look here, do you see this sorry excuse for a sandwich? The bread should be no less than 3/4 of an inch thick. Upon it,
What kind of sandwich is that? That's the most important question.
Pinch of black pepper. The contents, fresh cucumber, sliced thinly, if you please. Am I quite right, Tails?
So, is his tails connected to like
Professor,
a rotatable joint?
to see you haven't changed.
But tell me,
This is important. I'm just curious.
the menu is hardly worth the trip, if you ask me.
No, Professor. We came here to rescue you.
And I don't understand how he could always fly unlimitedly in cutscenes.
First things first.
When I try and use him, he falling.
How to make a proper sandwich.
You can file a complaint later, Professor.
Let's get out of here before Eggman's welcoming committee shows up.
Oh, yes, quite. But let us be sure to collect the contents of that vault before departing. Ah, thank you.
The
Those
world map.
documents are our only hope
I think.
for surviving this crisis. Let's go. There's no time to lose. I'm half starved after being fed nothing but those terrible sandwiches.
Want some chocolate, Professor?
My. Don't mind if I do.
I'm not a chocolate head like that. Milk chocolate is cool. White chocolate is cool. It depends on what it is, though.
These ancient documents are known as the Gaia manuscripts. They tell the legend of a disaster that befell our planet some tens of thousands of years ago.
A disaster?
Quite. And according to the Gaia manuscripts, this isn't the first time the planet has been broken apart into pieces.
Hmm.
The cause lies at the very core of the planet.
He's probably talking about when the
All
Angel
the
Island
phenomena
fell.
we've witnessed are the direct result of one creature. The hyper-energy organism spawned at the planet's core. Dark Gaia.
Yeah, move him out the way. We serious right now.
And put the world back together.
Luckily, Dark Gaia has yet to be fully reborn. We most likely have Dr. Eggman's premature wake-up call to thank for that. If we act now, we may be able to restore the planet by returning power to the Chaos Emeralds. Sonic, you must travel to each of the temples listed in the Gaia manuscripts. The planet's power will restore
eyebrows
the
are mad
Chaos
long.
Emeralds, and in turn, the Chaos Emeralds
That shit is
will restore
crazy.
the planet and help it heal naturally.
I never realized how like annoying that is making me. That's just making me annoyed right now. What the fuck your eyebrows so long? Stop! You're making me mad. Jesus. Alright, let's get this coin right here. Imagine you just minding your business and you see the Werehog Sonic running through like this. I'd be shook. So where do you want us to go? We got the world map. We all know what the world map means. I go to Apotolis. Probably said that wrong. Basically what he's saying is just change the time by pressing square. He's giving me the tutorial vibes. Next stop, Missouri. Mazurai. Is it a Missouri or Mazurai? Oh, I forgot to change the mod for Sonic this episode.
Who are you? Fear not, my good villagers.
They sound like they're from Cali.
I won't have to do anything nasty. All you need to do is tell me where the Temple of Gaia is.
We're not telling you anything.
He's a friend of me.
So, you dare to defy me, do you? What?
With the soaps.
Sonic!
Yo, Eggman! Thanks for that little skydiving adventure the other day.
I should have known you'd still be alive, you stubborn little hedgehog.
What are you doing out here?
I see no reason to tell you. In any case, I'm busy. Farewell!
Man.
Hey, wait! That's playing dirty. Come back!
Just ignore him. Is everyone here all right?
Look at Sonic, the hero. Doo-doo-doo-doo. I actually really enjoyed these levels. The daytime ones, at least. So on the next episode, we're gonna hit up Mazurai or Missouri or whatever you call it. And yeah, we're gonna change the mod up. Have some other mods in store. So until next time, guys, make sure to hit all the buttons to help the page grow. And I will see you later.